Alright, it is what I like to call a brunch time leg day. And the only reason why I get to do this is because we have a half day at work. So I can either work a full day where, I'm doing either 4 hours or more, or doing a half day, which is 3 hours or less. So on this half day, we're doing 3 hours, but it's going to be in the afternoon time. So, of course, we got to hit some legs before then. I mean, that's how I prefer to do it. Is fasted, generally earlier in the morning, because I don't know, something about it. It's not only like it gets me mentally sharp for the day. It's more of a I have more energy to do this right now. And the fasted part, it kind of makes it fun because, it's almost like you're using your fat reserves or just the fat tissue that you have on your body. And I don't know how much of it, it obviously depends on the workout, how much you ate the day before, sleep, yada yada. But I really like it. I really enjoy them. I mean, if you haven't tried a fasted workout, I highly recommend it because it takes a little bit to get used to it first, especially if you're used to having food in your system and, getting these giant pumps from, high carb meals and what have you. But I don't know, there's something to be said about fasted workouts. It's, I would say what definitely helps me with doing these fasted workouts is I probably shouldn't do this, but I combine my last few meals the night before. So right now, all I have in my system is caffeine and, all the other pre-workout ingredients. But that being said, last night I freaking loaded up. I didn't eat 4 of my meals until about 7 p.m., which, isn't ideal, but at least we're getting our allotted calories and our allotted macros in for the day, because that's the biggest thing, is just getting those macros in. Now, could I be a little bit better with meal timing? Of course, but I would say for today, it's kind of playing in my favor. Right now we're going to hit some legs, and it's our big leg day. We have a mini leg day, which is 4 sets, 11 reps on everything. And then we have our big leg day, which is 7 sets, 7 reps on everything. So I'm going to need all the carbs I can get. But that being said, I don't particularly like having a huge meal right before, because you just got to wait for a little bit. You got to wait at least 30 minutes to an hour before they're deemed effective for the workout. So I really like, just going into it fasted, and then obviously you have your big meal the night before, so you're not hungry going into this workout, and it's just those carbs at work from last night, and then whatever other energy reserves you have. That's the thing. That's something that I'm kind of curious about. When my gut is telling me you're probably going to use your muscle as energy as a last resort. You're going to, that's what I want to hear, honestly. I don't know if that's completely true, but I'd imagine that you'd use every other energy system in your body before your muscle tissue, because it kind of makes sense. You need muscle to be strong. You need muscle to perform at your best in whatever endeavor that you're doing. Even if you're a cross-country runner and you don't need a ton of muscle, you still need some so that you can run those far distances. But yeah, that's an interesting question. When are you using your muscle as energy in the long run? Because I know when you're on prep, you're probably going to be using, look at it with the shitty tripod, apologies, but all I was saying is when you go into prep, you're probably going to lose, at least bodybuilding prep. That's what I mean. You're probably going to lose a healthy amount of muscle to get down to that level of leanness. I mean, that's just part of the game. It's, obviously you want to mitigate that as much as possible, but at the end of the day, you're getting down to these extremely low body fat numbers. I mean, we're talking 5% for guys, and for gals, it's somewhere like in the 8 to 9% ballpark. So, I mean, when you get that lean, it's kind of hard to stave off those muscle energy reserves, or not using those muscle energy reserves. I mean, it's that's the balancing act. You got to make sure that you're getting to the conditioning that the judges are looking for on stage, and then at the same time, you want to make sure that you're not losing too much muscle in the process. But anyways, we got legs right now, so enough talk. Let's get in there. We have officially made it to the last set. These are feeling good today. Leg curls, one of my favorite leg movements, honestly, because it's a preacher curl for your hamstrings. And I mean, technically speaking, it is a bicep curl just for your bicep femoris, but y'all already knew that. But anyways, we got our last set, feeling particularly strong today. So I mean, any day that feels strong in the lift, I'm gonna take advantage of it. So let's freaking get this. Ooh, and we got Wow Freestyle, Kendrick, J-Rock. Come on. Oh. Ooh. Oh yeah. Just right. Alright. Last set of calf raises. I've been liking this a little more. Not the calf raises, but I'm only supersetting leg curls and calf raises. Whereas, I like to do more so like giant sets. But that being said, I feel like there's a little too much rest time. So this is just the right amount. I mean, at least this is what it feels like, but let's freaking go nuts. Cable glute pinches. Woo. This is gonna be fun. I think I particularly enjoy these because they're essentially like a cable hip thrust, but they also take a lot of pressure off your lower back. So if you're ever holding at the top in the traditional hip thrust, you just get a little more tension there. But with these, It's a little more free range as far as the motion itself goes. And man, when you have a lower back injury that you're trying to heal from, that's it makes a big difference. Whew. Man, this hack squat machine is freaking heavy to start with. Yeah, it starts at 105 pounds. Man, so that's like the equivalent barbell and what is it, 30s on each side. Yeah, man, that's man, makes it fun. Very humbling for sure. But last freaking set, let's get this. Freaking gnarly. Alright. Quite the successful leg day. We did. The only thing I didn't film was plie squats with the dumbbells and lunges. Everything else though, we went freaking ham. I mean, not that we didn't go ham on those two movements, but that was a good end to the leg day. I'm considerably wiped right now, but let's see how the physique's looking. Alright, that's a freaking wrap. I will see y'all tomorrow for good old-fashioned push day. Thanks for joining, my friends. And also, wanted to say, at this time in the video, we just crossed 100 subscribers. So, just want to say thank you so much to anyone who's supporting by subscribing or just watching the videos. I mean, I really appreciate everything y'all have done, and I'm planning on building this community bigger and better, and getting better quality content out to y'all as well. So that being said, thank you so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow for some push.